So hello everyone, I am back with another video. In the previous class I have discussed about the power drive system, which is the one of the major component of the rig system, and I have also covered their numerical and their basic calculation. In this lecture I am going to cover the hosting system. So the hosting system, the basic function of the hosting system are rising and the lowering of any of the drilling equipment. So if I'm going through the definition, we can say that the function of the hosting system is to provide the means of lowering and the raising of the drill string and the other surface equipment into or out to the well. So if you want to understand in the Hindi, simple meaning is that ये है कि कोई भी चीज़ चाहे ड्रिल पाइप हो, ड्रिल कॉलर हो, ड्रिल बिट हो, वेल के अंदर ले जाने में और ऊपर लाने में जिस मैकेनिज़्म का यूज़ होता है उसको हम लोग होस्टिंग सिस्टम बोलते हैं. ठीक है. सो we can say that in the hosting system, basically rising and the lowering of any of the equipment like drill string, drill pipe, drill collar, right, that phenomena comes under the hosting system, right. This is the basic function of the hosting system. So hosting, what the hosting system, what they do, they perform mainly two action. What are those action? They perform two action like making connection and making trip. What does it mean by the making connection and making trip? So making connection, when suppose you are going to drill the well with a certain height, certain depth, and now you want to add some extra pipe, so you required a connection. So during that time you required a hosting system. And making tripping is the operation of removing or pulling out any things from the from the well bore. Like let's suppose your bit has been damaged or you want to change the bit, so you have to pull out all the drill pipe pipe from the well bore, and then you are going to change the drill bit. So now let's talk about the definition. Making connection, lowering the drill string into make up the position and connect the next joint. This is the basic things. And the next one is the making tripping, pulling of the drill string out of the hole and inspection or connection change or turn into the other equipment. Means stripping operation basically perform when if you want to change anything like a drill bit, drill pipe, or any damaged thing you want to repair. That time you do the tripping action, right. So what are the major component of hosting system? We will discuss this thing in detail, don't worry. For this, if you crown block, traveling block, and the drilling line. So if you observe this picture, this thing, the let me change the color. This thing, this particular things is called crown block, right. We will discuss, okay. And this thing is called traveling block. And drilling line is basically this line we are talking about. This is called drilling line, right. So this is all about the hosting system, so don't worry about it, okay. Let me go back. And so yeah, here we have wrote something, right. Okay, same thing I have written over here. The function of a hosting system to provide the means of a lowering and the rising of the drill string and the other surface equipment, right, into the well or out of the well. Basic perform two main operation during the drilling operation. One is the making connection, other one is the making tripping, that I have already discussed, right. And the principal component of the hosting system, Derrick and the substructure, block and tackle system, and crown block. So we will discuss, right, main function of the providing the mechanical, we will also discuss. Let's move to the the main component. These three are the main component of a hosting system. What are those things? First one is the Derrick and the substructure. We will discuss what is Derrick, what is substructure, why it is used, right? Then there is a traveling block. Traveling block. This is also called the block and tackle system, right? Next one is the Drawworks. We will discuss each and every component in detail. So this structure, if I talk about this structure, this steel cage structure, I will go through the definition also, so never worry about it. This steel structure is known as Derrick, right? This steel structure is known as Derrick, and this substructure, this space is known as substructure, right? And the traveling block, like there is this crown block and this traveling block, they are attached in the same with the rope. I will explain this thing. And this is the drawworks, basic function of drawworks to provide the torque. So we will discuss. So these are the major component which is used in the hosting system. We will discuss, right? Let's move further to discuss this thing in the detail. Now the first thing we want to discuss is the Derrick and the substructure. If you talk about the definition, the Derrick is the tall steel tower built above the rig floor. It is provide the vertical height required to raising and the lowering of the drill string and the support all the hosting equipment. So this is the vertical tower. This vertical tower we are talking about, and the main function of the vertical tower to provide the space to rise the drill string or drill pipe, any equipment up to the certain height. And the maybe the question is arranged inside your mind, what could be the height of this Derrick system? Means in the Hindi if I say मतलब मैक्सिमम कितना हाइट रख सकते हैं, व्हाट कुड बी द मैक्सिमम हाइट ऑफ दिस Derrick सिस्टम. सो द हाइट ऑफ द Derrick सिस्टम इज डिपेंड अपॉन द their Derrick rating. And what is the meaning of Derrick rating? The basic meaning of the Derrick rating is that how much amount of compressive load, that rig or Derrick can sustain without failures, right? That will give you the Derrick rating. Means the idea about the Derrick rating means मतलब कि ये रिग जो स्ट्रक्चर है, these structure, how much amount of the load it can sustain, and that is given by the Derrick rating. Like, okay, so this structure is we call Derrick, right? This whole structure we call Derrick. This steel cage structure, this whole structure is called Derrick, right? So support the hosting system including the crown block and the drilling line. So this is the another main function. Now we talk about the substructure. The space, this space I am talking about, this space which is present or available beneath below the rig floors. Now you people wondering that what is the rig floor? This floor, this floor is known as rig floor. This all the space which is available at this point, it is called rig floor, right? This is called rig floor. The substructure is the strong steel framework located beneath the rig floor. I am talking about this rig floor, and it's elevated the drilling rig and provide the space for the blowout preventer and the wellhead equipment. Means the basic function of the substructure is to provide the space where you can install the BOP as well as the wellhead. So this is what we call substructure, right? So I think I am done with this slide. Let me move. So if anyone having a doubt in the my video, they can comment it. Okay, if you haven't watched my video, go through my previous playing list of a drilling engineering, right? Let me go to the next thing. Okay, so this is the another one of the, you can say, we can say, this is the another things we want to discuss. Like this particular things is called Drawworks. We will discuss about the Drawworks, right? This system is called traveling block, and this line is called fast line, and this line is called dead line. I will talk about each and everything, and this is we call crown block, right? So why it is called fast line? The thing is that because it's continuously moving, upwards and downward movements of this line is going on, that's why it is called fast line. That's why it is called fast line. And this is the dead line. This dead line is not moving, this is fixed with the anchor. This is called anchor, right? And this is called storage reel, where the some of the drilling line is being stored. And same thing, this is called Drawworks, through which we can use, we will discuss Drawwork basic function, right? This is the W amount of load we are trying to lift. This is we call hook, and this thing is called traveling block, right? And this is we call crown block. Now this is the free body diagram. If I have to do the free body diagram of this traveling block, this block I am saying that, so I will discuss their derivation, how these are the things are coming. This is the free body diagram. So this W is the weight which is lifted by this string. These are the string. We will discuss this, how these are the things is coming, so don't worry about it. If I have to draw the free body diagram of this whole structure, this in this view, FF, it is represented as the fast line load, FS is represented as the static load, or sometime we call Derrick load, right? Sorry, deadline, right? And FD is the Derrick load, right? We will discuss, so don't worry about it. This is the basic arrangement we are talking about, right? Now let's move further. If you go to the, yeah, this is the another beautiful diagram which is represent each and everything, in the correct way, right? So yeah, this is what we call this. Let me discuss this circular disc is called drum. Circular disc is called drum, and this is we call fast line, which is attached to this drum, and this drum is called Drawworks. This whole system is called Drawworks, okay? And this is called crown block, and this is called hook, drilling hook, and this is called traveling block. These are the wire 1 2 3 4, you can easily count. These are the wire. This is called dead line, which is not moving, it is static. This is fixed in the anchor, and this is just attached with the store reel, right? And this system is represented 8 line. If you want to count this thing, this is 8 line, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, this is 8 line, okay? Now, okay, let me move another thing, the beautiful things that we are going to study, that we are just want to study, right? Okay, so let's talk about the crown block, right? So before talking of about the crown block, this groove I am talking about, let me change the color. This groove, these grooves through which the drilling line is passed, and which is at the top, right? So there are 6 number of sieve. We call this thing, we call sieve, right? We call sieve, and there are 6 line, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? If I have to talk about the definition of the crown block, so if you talk about the definition, the crown block is the fixed pulley assemblies installed at the top of the derrick and support the drilling line, which is true, and the together with the traveling block. And traveling block, this traveling block we talking about, and its main function is to provide the mechanical advantage. We will talk about the mechanical advantage also. What is the meaning of mechanical advantage? The whole calculation is started from the mechanical advantage. If you are able to understand these things na, mechanical advantage, you can solve any of the problem from the hosting system, right? Let's talk about the what is the sieve. As I discussed, a sieve is the groove of the wheel inside the block, inside the block over which the wire is rope. बेसिकली इन दिस सीव, इस सीव में क्या है ना, इसमें रोप पास करते हैं, हम लोग रोप पास करते हैं. सो इन दिस सीव वी try to pass the rope, right? This groove we call sieve. Now if you observe carefully, the number of sieve, the talking about the sieve, right? Don't worry, don't about to bother about, like when we talk about a number of sieve, this 1 2 3 4 5 6, number of sieve in the crown block is greater than the number of sieve in the traveling block. What is the reason behind it? What is the logic behind it? I will discuss this thing also, so no worry about it. We will learn this thing in the detail, so no worry about it. Okay, so yeah, so sieve we have discussed. We have the crown block has one more sieve than the traveling block to provide the proper drilling line path. The extra sieve guide the fast line to the drawworks and ensuring the correct receiving and a smooth hosting. Means if you talk about the previous figure, this there is a extra sieve, is that sieve, through that sieve this fast line is attached, right? This is how the extra sieve is there, right? Now we talk about the traveling block. Let's discuss little bit about the traveling block. There are 5 sieve, right? As I told you that in the traveling block having a lesser number of sieve comparative to the crown block, right? The traveling block is movable pulley assembly, travel with the up and down the derrick and working with the crown blocks, right? It is provide the mechanical advantage lowering and rising the heavy. So we will now, if you observe carefully, the main function of the traveling block, main function of the block and tackle system, this combination of the crown block and the traveling block, it is known as block and tackle system. This block and tackle system, these 3 component, if you observe carefully, in the previous diagram, here the block and tackle system, the main function is to provide the mechanical advantage which permit easier handling of large load. So what are the component of the block and system? Crown block, traveling block and the drilling line, right? Crown block, traveling block and the drilling line. So these are the things, right? These are the things. Okay, let me go move further. So can I, yes, we have discussed so far over here. Now dear student, just be focused in this diagram. If you are able to understand this thing, you are going to understand each and everything, right? We have talked about, traveling block, right? Block and tackle system, we have talked about too much about the block and tackle system, right? So let me write. Okay, yeah, it is right. So we have talked about the too much amount of the block and tackle system. I would like to end this lecture in this particular conversation. So let's try to understand from the basic. So W is the weight which we want to lift, right? And let's suppose this is the this structure we call derrick, right? These are the reek floor, right? These are the reek floors. Reek floor, or below that reek floor there is a substructure, right? Subspace, right? Yeah. So this W amount of load you want to lift, and you are applying the fast line load Fs, which is in the form of T. Just basic mechanism. Right now forget fast line, something else, right? So what is going on? इनिशियली क्या हो रहा है कि आप W अमाउंट ऑफ लोड को लिफ्ट करना चाह रहे हैं, और T अमाउंट ऑफ टेंशन किस में लग रहा है? ड्रो बॉक्स में. तो अगर फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाना चाह रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? If you want to make the if you want to lift the W amount of weight, you need to apply same amount of the force to lift this thing, right? Which is basic things, right? So I have drawn the free body diagram, right? So free body diagram, if I want to write the expression, then can I write T is equal to W, T is equal to W, right? And so the what could be the total load acting on the derrick? Just remember this thing. What could be the total load acting on the derrick? Just we want to calculate the derrick load. Just remember. So if I have to speak in Hindi, अगर कितना लोड एक्ट हो रहा होगा डेरिक पे, तो ये W भी तो डेरिक पे ही लग रहा होगा, इस डेरिक पे, और ये T भी इसी डेरिक पे लग रहा होगा, है ना? तो टोटल लोड एक्टिंग ऑन द डेरिक, टोटल लोड is acting on the derrick, which is nothing but the T plus W. Am I right? T plus W. This is the derrick load, FD. FD we are writing over here. For example, just let me think about. Okay, so can I write in place of a T, we can write W plus W. That means the total 2W load is acting on the derrick. But remember this thing, this condition is only valid when we are assuming that there is a no friction in the sieve, right? There is no friction in the sieve, right? There is another important notes which is written over here. Number of sieve in the crown block greater than the number of sieve in the traveling block. Just now we have discussed, so there is no doubt about it. The number of lines in a tackle is two times is the number of active pulley. Number, what does it mean by active pulley? Means the कौन सा पुली मूव कर रहा है. एक्टिव पुली मीन्स कौन सा पुली मूव कर रहा है. वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट दिस थिंग, डोंट वरी अबाउट एक्टिव पुली. व्हाट डज मीन्स, व्हाट विल बी द नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स, मीन द कितने नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स होंगे उसमें, उसका फॉर्मूला क्या है? 2 इंटू नंबर ऑफ एक्टिव पुली. एक्टिव पुली मीन्स द मूवेबल पुली, हाउ मच अमाउंट ऑफ द मूवेबल पुली इज मूविंग, दैट कुड यू कैन कैलकुलेट द व्हाट कुड बी द नंबर ऑफ लाइन्स इन द what could be number of line in the tackle. Tackle means the block and tackle system. Now the beauty of this thing, we need to understand the mechanical advantage. What is the meaning of the mechanical advantage? We have talked about the too much think about the mechanical advantage, right? What is the meaning of mechanical advantage? The basic meaning of the mechanical advantage is that applying minimum effort और मिनिमम फोर्स लिफ्टिंग मैक्सिमम लोड. अगर इफ़ आई हैव टू स्पीक इन हिंदी, सिंपल भाषा में, कम लोड अप्लाई करके ज़्यादा लिफ्ट करने को हम लोग मैकेनिकल एडवांटेज बोलते हैं. सिंपल. नाउ इफ़ यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड यूजिंग दिस डायग्राम, दिस 3 डायग्राम विल गिव यू द क्लियर पिक्चर about the mechanical advantage. Let's try to understand. Okay, let's try to understand about this thing, right? So if you observe, let's suppose this I am saying this is diagram 1, this is diagram 2, and this is diagram 3, right? Let's talk about the diagram 1. So this 100 lb means weight we want to lift, right? 100 lb of weight we want to lift. So I have to apply 100 lb of load, right? So if you want to write the mechanical advantage, which is represented by M for the figure 1, so how much amount of the load you want to lift? 100 kg, right? And if you talk about the load lifted, means a W, how much is W? 10, 100, sorry, 100. And effort you are applying, how much amount of effort you are applying? 100. So you are getting the mechanical advantage 1. So if the load attached with the one string means with the one line, you are getting the mechanical advantage 1, right? So if you are getting the mechanical advantage is 1, means there is a no advantage, means there is a no advantage, right? Why I am saying this thing? Mechanical advantage will has to be greater than 1, then we can say it is mechanical advantage, otherwise we cannot say this is mechanical advantage, right? Now if you observe this figure 2, if you go to the figure 2, this figure I am talking about, if you go to this figure I am talking about this figure, right? So in this case what is going on, this now the same W amount of weight, same 100 lb of weight is lifted, distributed into the two line, right? Two line. So can I say this line will experience 50 lb of load and this line is going to experience 50 lb of load? If you are not able to understand this thing, द बेसिक थिंग, लेट सपोज अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है कि कैसे हो रहा है 50-50, तो आप क्या करें कि अगर मार्केट जाएं और 5 किलो आलू ले लें, अब प्लास्टिक बैग में, प्लास्टिक बैग का 2 हैंडल होता है, तो 2 हैंडल में अगर एक आपका दोस्त भी जा रहा है तो दोस्त को बोलो कि भाई पहले आप अकेला उठाओ दोनों हैंडल से, तो आपको सीधा 5 किलो लोड लगेगा, ठीक है ना, यहाँ वाला फर्स्ट वाला केस में। दूसरे केस में क्या होगा, अगर वही हैंडल को दोनों आदमी पकड़ोगे तो लोड आधा आधा बढ़ जाएगा, मतलब कि ये this 100 Newton is divided into the two parts, 100 Newton is divided into two parts, so this is the 50 and this is also 50. So now you are applying the only 50 Newton to lift the 100 Newton. Are you getting my point? Right? So if I have to write the for the figure 2, so load is 100, load is still the same, but you are applying 50 Newton only. So what you are getting, let me write for the figure 2, sorry, figure 2, M is equal to 100, this is, let me write 100, and now you are applying for 50 Newton, you are getting 2, right? Now this is called mechanical advantage, right? Now if you talk about the figure 3, this 100 lbs of load is lifted by the four string. Are you getting my point? So now each string will experience 25 25 25 25. Finally in this case you have to apply only 25 Newton lbs of load. So in this case for the figure 3, if I have to write M is equal to 100 Newton we want to lift and we are applying only 25, you are getting the mechanical advantage value is 4. So if just think about it, what is the meaning of think about it? So in first case you have a number of lines is 1, means the weight is directly attached to the one single row, so you are getting mechanical advantage 1. If the load is attached with the 2 row, then you are getting the mechanical advantage is 2. If your load is attached with the 4, then you are getting the mechanical advantage of 4. What is the conclusion regarding this thing? What conclusion you are making? The conclusion is that number of lines increases, the mechanical advantage is increases. Are you getting my point? So can I say mathematically, can I say M is equal to W by F, which is equal to N, because M is equal to n, means the mechanical advantage is 4, then the number of line is 4. When mechanical advantage is 2, then the number of line is 2. When the mechanical advantage is 1, then the number of line is 1. So can I say W by F is equal to n? This is the one equation. So and this F is nothing but your fast line, because you are applying the load through the fast line only. So I hope you have liked this lecture, and don't forget, this is very important relationship here. If you want to write the FF fast line load, you can write W by N, right? This is how the basic calculation is there. Please like, subscribe. If you liking my video or content, please share. Thank you.